Welcome to the last mastermind call for this year 2023. And to honor your time, Manohar, I know that you have joined in well on time. So to honor your time, we are just getting started. Just give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen. All right, perfect. Thank you very much. For those of you who are watching this as a recording, thank you very much for being here. Make sure that you're joining the VIP level or the all access level to join these monthly masterminds for free, month on month, just the way Manohar, Karuna, and others are joining. So that is VIP level. Manohar, thank you very much for being here. I know there are so much, there might be so many things on your plate, and still you are here. I honor that. Three things. Those of you who are watching this as a recording, if you attend this live, the three things that you will get out of this mastermind is unconditional support, multiple perspectives, solutions, and directions to your biggest challenge, and opportunity to help others with your own expertise and experience. If you are watching this recording for the first time after joining Heart Leaders Club, my name is Rupa Patil, and I am an international business mentor, author, trainer, and speaker. I'm also a certified mastermind professional, and I have learned mastermind from none other than Tony Robbins, Dean Graziosi, and Russell Brunson. And I am obsessed about masterminds. Manohar and others who have been in this club, they know it. So what is a mastermind? It is when two or more like-minded people come together with a common purpose of helping each other grow and succeed. And of course, this is not a new concept. It has been around for almost hundreds of years old and before that, of course. But in his book, Napoleon Hill had mentioned Mastermind, dedicated an entire chapter about masterminds, where he talks about mastermind being as when two or more people actively engaged in pursuit of definite purpose with a positive mental attitude constitute an unbeatable force. But that is a fancier way of saying 1 + 1 = 11 if it is facilitated that way. So mastermind, in a very short way, is literally your mentoring, coaching, and networking on steroids. Manohar, give me a thumbs up if you agree to that definition. Thank you very much. Hey, Karuna, welcome. I see you. Whenever you're ready, do switch on your video. Okay, so the purpose of this mastermind, in fact, the purpose of anything that we do at Heart Leaders Club is exponential growth. When I say exponential growth, I mean exponential personal growth, financial growth, and professional growth of every single individual involved in this mastermind group. And of course, to experience this exponential growth, there is something that you need to do. And that is to show up live and take action. So those of you who are just watching this as a recording, it's better than not doing anything, but best is to be here online. Hey, Karuna, you're looking amazing. Shravani is doing good? Fabulous, fabulous. Perfect. So quick thing, code of honor is something that I have learned from my mentor and trainer, the incredible Blair Singer. Who is a fan of Blair Singer? Give me a wave, give me a wave. We all are, aren't we? So this is something that I have learned from Blair Singer. Code of honor is a set of agreements in order to make sure that we are absolutely reaching this purpose. Okay, so code of honor here is, let us quickly, I'll put this all up and put your hand on your heart and repeat after me, please. Always, in fact, let's do it together, okay? Put your hand on your heart and let's do it together. Manohar, you can also unmute yourself and let's do it together on the count of 1, 2, 3. First,
Always be respectful to other members.
commit
Commit
100%
100% to positivity, abundance, and harmony.
Always help others.
Always help
Always help others with an intention to see them grow.
Acknowledge perspective, solution, with a
Acknowledge
thank you
perspective
first.
solutions with a thank you
Thank
first.
you for.
I agree to the code of honor. Thank
I
you.
Yes,
agree to the code of honor.
I agree to the code of honor. Thank you very much. Give somebody a high five. Give yourself a high five and say, you're an amazing heart leader.
You're an amazing heart leader.
Thank you. So are you. Perfect. So those of you who are not here, just for you, we are recording this. So make sure that you take the best advantage out of this. Okay, so let us begin without any further ado. This is a point where we take a moment to brush up on our introduction. So those of you watching this as a recording, if this is the first time you're watching a mastermind and you are struggling still to be on the next one, make sure that once you get the dates for the next mastermind, you block that on your calendar. It is crucial to do that. So on every mastermind and hot seat call, we make it a point that we are introducing ourselves and we are polishing our introduction. The reason I call it as a power intro is because this is where we push ourselves and we push each other to introduce ourselves in 30 seconds or less. And yes, we do this every single month. So that means that this is our playground and we get an opportunity to practice our powerful introduction. Okay, and for those of you who are wondering, how do I introduce myself in 30 seconds or less? Well, here is a template for you. All you need to do is fill in the blanks. For example, here is my power introduction. I am Rupa Patil. I love to support heart-centered entrepreneurs to grow their income and impact. The best thing about my business is witnessing real life transformation in lives of people whom I serve. I'm a part of this mastermind because I'm convinced that masterminds are literally the shortcut to success. So this is my introduction, and shortly you will see how Manohar and Karuna are introducing themselves. And then if you're watching this as a recording, you please make sure that you're pausing the recording, writing down your introduction and practicing it. If you're a paid member of Heart Leaders Club, you can continue to practice this introduction inside of our WhatsApp group. Okay, so let us, Karuna and Manohar, do you need this on screen? No. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to stop the share. Okay, and I'm putting you on live screen. Perfect. So Karuna, this time, would you be a sweetheart and keep a timer for 30 seconds, please, while Manohar introduces himself? Oh, you're busy. You probably are busy. Don't worry. Don't worry. I have the timer with me. Perfect. So I have got a timer for 30 seconds. And Manohar, if you are ready to introduce yourself, I will start the timer. Fabulous. And that is how a winner looks like. A winner is always prepared. Great. Manohar, your 30 seconds starts now. Kindly introduce yourself.
Yeah, I am Manohar, and I love to help people struggling with sleep issues. The best part about my business is that when sleep is fixed, many other pillars are fixed. And I'm part of this mastermind because I believe that vulnerability is strength, and as business leaders, we need to be vulnerable.
10 seconds to spare, Manohar, so you can add something else. Remember that engaging question or an open invitation question at the end. You can add that. So this is fantastic. Karuna, does he deserve a wonderful round of applause?
Yes, yes.
Let's do that. Manohar.
Congratulations. Every time it is a better version. Yeah.
That's exactly progress, right? Progress is creating a better version of ourselves every single day, every single opportunity. So, Karuna, are you ready?
Yeah.
Perfect. So your 30 seconds starts now.
Okay. My name is Karuna. I love to help working moms to help them prioritize their health and help them lose weight with simple strategies. And at the same time, if they can be mindful of their actions. And I love to do this because I know every working mom is struggling, in their day-to-day decisions of being healthy. I help them, make life easier for them on everyday basis, basically. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Let us give a round of applause to Karuna first. Okay, Karuna, as you would have guessed, you have gone a little above time, and that's okay. It's all about practice, practice, practice. Make sure that we are taking advantage of the WhatsApp group. record your introduction, send it there, practice your introduction, and send it there if you need any more insights, any more feedback. And as you correctly said, it is all about creating a better version of ourselves every single time.
Yeah.
So thank you, Karuna, Manohar, and Karuna. Let us give a round of applause to both of you for being here. Perfect. Thank you, Karuna. Thank you, Manohar. Now you who's watching this as a recording, pause this video, write down your introduction, set a timer on your phone for 30 seconds and introduce yourself. See if you can do it in 30 seconds or less. Okay, perfect. So do your introduction and come back. Okay, let us proceed. Wins and celebration, my favorite. This is where we celebrate our one biggest win from last week or last month. And we talk about how are we going to physically celebrate that win. Now, these amazing duo on the screen, they are already aware of why we do this. But if you're watching this as a recording and if you're wondering, why do I need to do that? Well, this is for you. You probably already know that our brain or whatever we do is all about the neural connections. More neural connections, that is the neuron, the more neural connections in our brains means that we are growing and we are continuously developing ourselves as a species. So it is, and therefore it is a myth when people say that you cannot teach an old dog new tricks. The truth can't be farther than this. So yes, you can absolutely keep learning and upskilling. That is one way to create these neural connections. But another beautiful way to take care, leverage neuroplasticity, that is creation of new neural pathways in brain, so as to do more and to be more and to have more, is by celebrating our wins. Because the moment we celebrate our wins, we talk about our wins, happy chemicals get released in our brains. And when we feel good, we are compelled to be more, to do more, which in turn results in having more and having more reasons to celebrate. And the cycle continues. So Manohar and Karuna are already aware of this. Karuna, Manohar, give me a thumbs up if you have answer to this. Perfect. I'm going to stop the share because I want to watch their beautiful faces. Okay. Karuna, may I invite you to be the first person to share about what's your biggest win and how are you going to physical celebrate that win? Your 30 seconds starts now.
Yeah. I think my biggest win is that I'm able to focus on my daughter's health, and she's been improving, and I'm so happy because it was a infection which I was very much worried about,
Yeah.
and today I think she is much better, so I'm very happy, and this is the biggest win, for the last week. And we'll be celebrating, actually we'll be going to a mall just to take her something which she wanted, so I'll be doing that today 5:30 after doctor's visit. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much and congratulations. As a mom, I can relate to it, Karuna. And of course, Manohar can also relate to it because Manohar is a dad, although he doesn't look like one, but he is. So Karuna sending lots of love and hugs to Shravani. That's her daughter's name. And Karuna, hats off to you. Please take care of yourself and enjoy the shopping trip. Do let us know what did you purchase.
Sure. Thank you.
Perfect. Let's invite Manohar.
Okay, my biggest win over the last week was actually, like in the same lines of last month. So, in LinkedIn, there is something called as you can be and contributing to articles. So in software development, I was listed in top 15%. Yeah, and if I get into the top 5%, I'll be getting an option like LinkedIn top voice on software development. So this is I feel this is very much needed because my target audience is somewhere into software development. So that is my biggest win. I already celebrated this. So I think last Friday, everyone in our family, we went for a movie outside.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
Which
amazing.
movie?
It's Hi Nana.
Acha. I don't know. Anyways, congratulations.
Thank you.
Amazing. So, Manohar, you know what? Fun fact. Every time when I host that, once in a month, I host the 5 minute leads workshop. And sometimes I get invited into other communities, private communities to host this workshop, right? So whenever I get to the VP and the LGP part, especially the VP part, I always, and I never fail, I almost always mention you. And I have put a slide together which talks about success story of Manohar. And I realized that I need to change that, because every time I say, okay, 9:15 podcast, you come back and say, okay, I'm on the 19 podcast. And if I change that, then you say, oh, this, oh, that, now this. So this is a great win. And those of you who are watching this as a recording, what these two amazing people on the screen are exhibiting is not just learning. Anybody can tune into workshops. Anybody can, grab a book and keep reading. But it takes courage and conviction to implement what we are learning. And what's the point in learning or reading anyway if we are not going to implement? If you just want to sound great, sound smart, if you want to be the smartest person in the room, and that's all that you want, then good for you. You can be the smartest person in the room, but you'll probably have no results to show. So what Manohar just exhibited were the results that he is creating just by doing one important thing, and that is continuous or consistent action. So Manohar, high five to you. Amazing. Fabulous. Let's continue. Now, of course, those of you who are watching this as a recording, you know what to do. Pause this video and fill in the blanks. What is your big win? And remember, it has to be your big win. It could be from last week or last month. What is your one biggest win and how are you going to celebrate? In fact, at this point of time, I would also invite Manohar and Karuna to think about and type in the chat box what has been your one biggest win of the entire of 2023. There were so many wins. And personally, because I know that Manohar and Karuna are both BIA plus graduates, they are Business Income Accelerator plus graduates. I have personally seen their wins and have felt their wins. And I'm being bragging about their wins because it is their wins. It is not my wins. I teach them exactly the same thing that I teach to others who are in my BIA plus program. But there are few people who really go ahead and implement and then improvise, then implement again, then improvise, then implement again. And these two are such amazing people. So let us see what they have to say. What is their biggest win from last year? Manohar got featured on Telangana state government channel. Yes. So for those of you who don't know, Manohar is also an incredible author and a sleep coach. And last year, this time, Manohar was not there anywhere except the social media channels and his book. Last year, this time approximately. And within a year's time, Manohar has not only been featured on TV, not once, but twice, right, Manohar? Two
Yes.
times Manohar has got featured on television channel. He has been interviewed. He has got on what, 20 podcasts now? Last I counted was 19.
Yeah, it should be 20.
See, now he doesn't care to do the count. That shows how many number of podcasts he has been in. So just within a year's time, 2 TV channels, 20 podcasts, got his first paid client. All this while he is still managing a full-time job. And he has started getting incredible reviews. He has always got incredible reviews on his book. And now he has also started his newsletter. So Manohar, congratulations on your very
Thank you.
big win. Karuna, you haven't typed. So I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself and share with us what is your biggest win of 2023. And then I'll make a list that I know of.
Okay, I think 2023 I was more consistent with learning. there were a lot of challenges. 2023 went just, like that. I didn't give up is the biggest win which I feel is there in 2023. So
Lovely. Thank you very much, Karuna. And now I need to fill in because Karuna is one of those really humble people who is still not comfortable bragging or even talking about all the amazing wins that she has had. And she, like Manohar, she is also my BIA plus graduate, Business Income Accelerator plus graduate. And Karuna has had incredible wins last year. She has written her first ebook. She has got multiple new set of loyal fans, which by the way is incredibly important for growing your business income and impact. So that is what she has got. She has got her first few paid clients. First few paid clients, and she is on the way to accelerate her business income. And then she has also what was that? She has got her lead magnet, her landing page, and she has become very comfortable with all of that. So, Karuna and Manohar, both of you, amazing. Well done. Looks like there is somebody in the waiting room and it doesn't show up the name. So, let me just see who that is. Uh, Samsung. Oh, Binduji. Yes. Binduji is one of our tribe members. And let's continue. Okay, so once again, if you are watching this as a recording, this is the time to pause and write down your last week's, last month's, and last year's win. And then make sure that you are also identifying what is that one thing that you will do to celebrate those wins physically to anchor in the success. And now comes a comparatively newer section of our mastermind, where we take this moment to think of this group as a group of genies, as a group of wish genies. In other words, if you could ask for one thing from this Heart Leaders group, what will that be? And of course, you don't only get to ask here on the mastermind call, but you can also make an ask, make a request inside of the WhatsApp group, which is exclusively for the paid members of Mastermind Heart Leaders Club. So, Manohar, may I invite you to go first on what is your one ask from the Heart Leaders here and in general?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, first I would like to say thank you, Heart Leaders. Last time when I posted the thing, so Binduji also posted in her group, and Rupa shared it in her socials also. Thank you. Yeah, so my ask is the same. So I will again forward the same thing. So please forward it in your circles so that I start getting a good, decent email list. Yeah, thank you.
Good. Thank you very much, Manohar. Great. Manohar, invite one of them.
Okay, so I'll invite Binduji.
Binduji, do you have any ask or request from the group? Is there something that we can do for you?
Thank you, Manohar. Yes, I have joined late. Sorry, because I could not connect. And the ask here is now I have taken help from Rupa, and I will be joining. According to her, I will be progressing further. By and by, as I get, I require, please help me out because you both are more experienced in this line, and I would need help regarding that for my both offline and online sales. That's it. I invite Karuna, please.
Thank you, Binduji.
thank you, Binduji. I
Thank
think
you.
one ask which I have is I wanted to actually, share one learning from Earl Nightingale's audio every single day, because I have been always felt that there is I mean, huge, great meaning in every sentence what he says, and there are a lot of learnings. So I just wanted to ask you if I can share one learning every day in the group, transformational heart group,
This
heart
is
leaders group. Yeah.
a big yes from me because I am a die-hard fan of Earl Nightingale. Die-hard fan, Karuna.
And if someone is listening to all Nightingale's audio, then if you can also share one win, I mean it's your choice, but if someone can share, it will be a great help. Yeah.
Right. Sure. Thank you so much, Karuna. It will benefit. In fact, day before yesterday, a fun thing happened. Somebody from Sweden was on call with me. And, while I was talking, and this was a brief interview before the interview. So it was more of a catch-up call. And he said, Rupa, I have stalked you on your social media. And of course, it looks like a great fit. So what really drives you? And then I ended up saying, well, you know what, while the money is great, earning money, who doesn't like earning money? We all like earning money. But what drags me out of the bed and what I really look forward to for the rest of my life is my mission. And then I went on talking about, mission to serve 10,000 heart-centered entrepreneurs. You all know that. And then he waited and he said, in fact, that is one thing which I saw very distinctly on your profile. And that is why I came here. But now that I'm here, let me ask you this. Are you a big Earl Nightingale's fan? I said, oh, he is my Bible. The strangest secret is my Bible. I listen to it every single day. And Karuna, you have correctly said, I mean, every word, every sentence there has a different meaning. And even though I first listened to Earl Nightingale back in 2019, 3 years later, whenever I hear about, listen to the same sentence, it makes a completely different
New learnings. Yeah.
and you know why? Let me ask you this question. Do you know why, when we read the same book or listen to the same audio or go through the same training, why do we learn something new? Why do we draw a new meaning?
Neuroplasticity.
Neuroplasticity, one. Yes, thank you. What else?
Our thinking has matured, and we have
Yes.
learned what we thought then, and then we have grown. So now the same sentence will mean a different thing when we read it again.
Beautiful. You said it right, Binduji. Can we all give a round of applause to Binduji, Manohar, Karuna? Thank you. You're right. The reason why this old book, the old audio, the old anything, which has changed us once for good, when we listen to it today and when we listen to it later, it will sound new because we are new. We are a newer version. And then again, that learning will make a beautiful next level of impact in our lives. So whichever mentor, whichever book, whichever audio or podcast has changed you, transformed you once, make a note of it and make sure that you're going back and reading those again, and you'll have a different set of learning. So Karuna, thank you very much for that beautiful reminder. And those of you who are watching this as a recording, all you need to do is look up for Earl Nightingale. But if you are on my email list, that is literally the gift that I sent to you right in the second day of my email. So go back, or when you are in your inbox, you can just search for the strangest secret and you may actually get my email with the link. But it is available everywhere. It is available on YouTube and everything. So Karuna, oh my God, I listen to it every single day. In fact, my son has started listening to it as well. He says, Mama, you become what you think about. What is so that day he comes to me and I was like, working and I was strategizing. So when I'm strategizing, I'm walking like this and I'm thinking and I'm thinking and I'm thinking. And then he comes, Mama, what are you thinking? And I said, nothing, Neil, nothing. And he says, Mama, a man becomes what he thinks about. If you think about nothing, you will become nothing.
Nothing,
And I'm
my
like, oh my
God.
God.
Oh
So
my God.
Karuna, you can relate
Very
to it. So
nice.
you can listen to it absolutely with your family. I have a comparatively newer, client of mine. Probably some of you have met her. She is Kavita. She is not keeping well, and she is a member of BIA Plus as well. And this month, it has been a kind of sick month in terms of illnesses. So her mother is not keeping too well. And she is again on my 30-day challenge of listening to Strangest Secret. And she said, when I started listening to it, I actually dragged my mother into it. And I said, while you're on bed rest, you better listen to this every single day. And once you have healed, come back and start implementing this. So age does not matter. Okay. So Stranger Secret, Karuna, what an amazing gift you have given to all of us here today. Thank you very much. Perfect. Let us come straight to the reason why we are here. Those of you who are wondering, I generally get stuck. Yeah, I do have access to amazing trainings, mentoring. I have great mentors. I have great books. But there are certain times when, I'm stuck only in a specific area. And I want some help only in that area because this is exactly where I'm stuck in. And I want an instant help. Yes, I can go back and dig through the training videos that I have, the recordings that I have with Rupa or any of my mentors. I can do that. Or a wise heart leader will do this. A really wise heart-centered leader will come on a hot seat call or a mastermind call like this every single month and utilize this opportunity to ask the group regarding one biggest challenge. So this person will come to these mastermind calls and I say, I'm prepared. I'm prepared to ask this one specific question that I have. I am stuck here. And in next 8 to 10 minutes of time, all of us will put our hearts together to help this person overcome this one biggest challenge, the here and now challenge in 8 to 10 minutes. And this is the beauty of a live mastermind call. And if you're wondering, typically to get on a mastermind calls like this, people spend a minimum of $500 to $5,000 per month. And if you have got it for pennies on dollars, take total advantage of it. Okay, so now those of you who are watching this as a recording, have faith. If you have tuned in into this recording and if you have reached here, have faith that every single question that will pop up will be to do with your current situation. Okay, perfect. So who would like to go first? Are you all ready, by the way, with your questions?
I need some time.
Okay, let me give you 30 seconds. All right, I'm just going to stop the share. So I will give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds starts now. Start wrapping up. And stop. Give me a thumbs up if you already have a challenge written. Manohar has a challenge written. Binduji, yes. Karuna. Perfect. So let me stop the music. All right. So you know how it goes. I will set a timer for 8.5 minutes. And of course, we will extend it if it is needed. But take about a minute's time to explain or ask us where exactly are you currently stuck, so that we can all put our brains and minds together and hearts together to help you unstuck. Okay, cool. 8.5 minutes. So take around a minute's time to explain the situation. So may I invite Karuna? Would you like to go first?
Yes, thank you, Rupa. My current challenge, like what I'm facing right now, is I think emails. When I am already up to fourth email for my ongoing clients, I'm not understanding like what topics I should be selecting for them. And is there any way to understand what I can have in the email series, especially for my ongoing clients?
Perfect. What a lovely question that is. Who agrees? This is literally the gold of all the question. Karuna's question is, I have captured the attention of my ideal buyers, okay? And these visitors have now turned into my leads. They are in my email list. Now remember, then comes the second part of the next part of our lead management system, and that is lead nurture. So how do I nurture those leads? And email sequence is one of the most beautiful ways to nurture our hot leads. And her question is, okay, so generally in my Business Income Accelerator Plus program, I give at least 4 emails to begin with. And thereafter, I say, every week, reach out to them with a valuable information. So Karuna's question is, what do I do next? Great question, Karuna. Before I could go, Manohar, would you like to answer, because this is something that you're doing as well?
Yeah, just want to ask, like, what are there in those 4 emails? Based on that, I can give you a little bit more information.
I will interrupt here. So Manohar, it's the same sequence that I have given to you, what I
Okay.
give to my Business Income Accelerator Plus.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
the same one. It is just an onboarding one. Ongoing, what can she do is her question.
I think, Karuna, like basically you have to understand that human beings by nature are pessimistic. Okay, so what you can do is you have coaching clients and you have got some successes, right? So you could show. I mean, since you have a very easy thing like before after transformation story, if you can share, right, that will be a very good thing, because when someone sees social proof, that feels like, see, generally we buy any I mean, I can talk about my case itself. And anytime I go on Amazon, even though the product may be top seller or those kinds of things, I always see like how many reviews are there. So you can show those reviews. That is one idea which I can think. The second thing is, you can also do, like, for example, if I don't take action, what is it that I can lose out? So for example, if you are going to be overweight, how are the chances of diabetes, or how are the chances of there is something called as PCOD or something in women. Yeah. So what are the problems that you will associate? So you can simply write, like, for example, diabetes. I mean, roughly, you spend 2,000 per month. Right. So 2,000 per month into 12, so 24,000. And many people have this belief that it stays for your lifetime. So almost 20 years into 24,000. So it's almost like 5 lakhs, close to 5 lakhs you are going to lose out just because you're not taking care of your weight. So these kinds of things, which one is definitely social proof, and second thing is, because of weight loss, what if weight loss is not considered seriously, what are the things that can happen in the long run? So these are the 2 ideas which immediately come to top of my mind.
Yeah, thank you, Manohar.
I loved it, Manohar. Thank you. Binduji, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, what the emails each person is giving, I do not know what is the system where, as a general person, when I'm hearing each individual must be speaking about her problems. So make it a personal email so that they feel, yes, you are guiding them to their business, to their problem. Okay. Now, if we give it a generalize that if you don't follow or something or instill fear, instead of making it fear, make it awareness. Like just now Manohar put in that they will get, if they get don't do diabetes, they spend so much. Somewhere a thought of fear will come. Of course, fear will also help them to be more cautious. I understand that. But in a favorable way, if we can put it, so that that awareness is there and they will take care. That is one thing I feel when we answer individually, because it is not a stereotype of answer that we are giving each everyone. Each individual we need to tackle according to their issues. That is what has come to my mind.
Thank you. Thank you, English.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you very much for all that. And the
I've
reason
got 5 topics now. Thank you.
Perfect. And that's the beauty of masterminds, right, Karuna?
Yeah.
And let me see. I'm just looking at your timer. You still have 2.5 minutes to go. So in less than 6 minutes, you have already got 5 topics, right? And here I have not even counted. But the reason I have pinned myself is because this is my answer. Let me see if it is, and take a screenshot.
Yes.
Okay, take a screenshot. Done. Okay, so needless to say, you have already taken a screenshot. Even those of you who are watching this as a recording, you have a benefit. Go back and pause that. So this is applicable not just to emails. I have given it as emails, but it is applicable to any type of content, right? Your value posts, because that is one big thing that I talk about. And you, Karuna, do a lot of videos. So this is literally a content for any form of communication that you want to have. Okay, so you can take this and plug and play in any kind of a content. Here, I would say the biggest of all are, I'll just tell you. Biggest of all is this, wherever I have picked, right? These are really big ones because this is all about your ideal buyers. They might be your low ticket clients. They might be your clients. They might be your hot leads, or they might be your, just silent observers on email or social media. But because you have filled out the target audience clarity tool, remember in that tool, the first thing that I say about is this, the information in this tool, you can use it for everything, every form of communication. So go ahead and deep dive into the target audience clarity tool, and you will be amazed. All the content is right there. Okay, specifically content around pains, their fears, their desires. Manohar beautifully covered some of it. Success stories, he talked about it, right? Case studies is a little different than success stories. Success stories is the beautiful video that you had recorded for me, which I shared, right? This is a success story. A case study is when you will come to me after a year's time saying, hey, Rupa, or 6 months' time saying, Rupa, I attended your goal setting workshop. And in just 6 months, I have achieved my 1-year goal. That's your time up. I'll just quickly add a few more minutes here. So success stories, case studies. So did you all understand the difference between success stories and case studies? Yeah. And can you leverage both? Absolutely, right? And also, the reason why I have written here VP and social media post is because let's say, Karuna, that you have already recorded a beautiful video in which you deep dive into the pain. You send an email. And by the way, how many of you relate to this? You send an email or you make a small post, and then more thoughts come to your mind. And then you hit a record button, or you write a newsletter, or you write a long form post. Yeah, I do it all the time. When you have recorded that video and when you have written that long form post, can you send an email to your subscribers saying that, hey, while these are the 3 points that I have written about this one pain point that you may be, witnessing, but I have recorded an in-depth video of 15 minutes. And here is the link. And it also happens to be cross engagement. So your email clients are now engaging on your social media post or your YouTube post, and multiple touch points are always great. It helps us improve our conversion, because generally earlier it was 6 to 7 times was the number of impressions needed to close a sale. Recently, that number of interactions. So what I'm talking about is, the question that many people ask is, how many times a cold lead or an email subscriber or a social media follower needs to see me, how many times that person needs to see me in order to make their first commitment or a first purchase decision. A couple of years ago, it was 6. 6 times they need to see you or hear from you. Right now, because of attention span, it has gone up to 21. But hey, you're heart leaders. You have all this with you. You have filled in, probably you have already accessed my target audience clarity tool. You will have more than 30 to 40 to 50 areas that you can talk about. Okay, and then you can always repurpose the content which you wrote 1 year ago. You can just take that post, elaborate on it, and boom, there comes your new content. Karuna, is that helpful?
Yes, thank you.
You are most welcome. So can we all please put our hands together and thank Karuna for asking such a beautiful question. Karuna, kudos.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So Karuna, whom do you invite?
I invite Manohar.
Manohar Gandhi, what is your question?
Okay. Thank you, Karna, for inviting me. Okay, so my question is, yeah, so yeah, I think this would have happened with many times with many business owners. So, like, I do have conviction in my coaching program which I'm selling. Yeah, but sometimes I do feel that maybe I'm not up to the mark or something. So how do I develop that conviction that my coaching program or the thing which I'm selling is going to work? Because first it has to work in my mind, and I have to be like 100% confident that whatever I'm giving is valuable, right? So how do I develop that 100% conviction that what I'm going to sell is going to be valuable?
Okay. How would you summarize this question?
uh, yeah, sometimes yeah, because right now the state where I am, I do get inquiries, but since it's not getting converted, so maybe I feel that I am not so much convinced about the thing that I'm offering. So how do I get that uh, to a state where I'm 100% convinced, like for example, Rupa, you sell your BIA plus with 100% conviction that if everything is implemented within 9 days, 9 weeks, your business income will accelerate. So how do I develop that same level of conviction that you have? I do agree that it hasn't come overnight. You have also did so many things and got that conviction. Yeah, so I feel I'm right now at that stage of infancy where I sometimes don't have that conviction. So how do I develop that conviction? Strong conviction.
Great question. And in fact, it surprises me that this question is coming from, by the way, those of you who are watching this as a recording, this is imposter syndrome in action. And it never goes away. It never ever goes away. 24 hours ago, I had my imposter syndrome moment. 24 hours ago, okay? And Manohar, an Amazon best-selling author, an author has this as well. So Binduji, I know you are raring to answer. Please go ahead.
I love Manohar. Okay, I'm his fan. I always read, and today I learned one thing from Karuna also. I'll say that later. So Manohar, you are too sweet. Okay, one point is modulation and conviction. What you speak, that is very important. Okay, if it is a video, then your expression should also count. But if it is an audio, your voice modulation has to be perfect. If you just close Rupa's video, don't see her, just hear her, feel the conviction in her voice. So when that we develop in ourselves, like for me, myself, I openly say, anybody come in, I will sell my product because I know how to hold. I know the in authority for my product. So when you feel you are having the authority in overcoming their insomnia, as you have overcome yours, so when you speak, that conviction should be there. That force, that power, it will come from within. If you want to practice that, look into the mirror and practice. That will help you. Otherwise, we are always there. You can always call me up. I'm free.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Binduji.
So, Manohar, if you remember, Binduji actually doesn't know Harry Singer yet.
Yeah.
My mentor and now your mentor, Harry Singer. Harry Singer is an incredible mentor of mine who is speaking mentor. So he teaches people on how to create signature topics and presentations so as to present from the stage. And Manohar, this is not a coincidence that just this Monday and now within 4 days of time, you are hearing the same message. You're hearing the same message. Remember, this is exactly what Harry also talked about. It is about first of all, it is about practice, as you have correctly said. But second of all, it is about feeling inside and then letting it, even if you mute your videos, it should exude that confidence. Okay, now coming to your question, Karuna, is it okay if I quickly go?
Yes.
One quick round I will go and then I'll come to you again. And then if I have time, I'll give some more. So Manohar, how many people actually came to you and said that your program doesn't work?
Not many.
At least one?
Yes.
Okay. And out of how many people is this one person?
Yeah, that is because I have that a lot because that he paid me and he's not following up with me. That is the problem which I have this because of that part.
Okay. Okay. And how many people, so one person was not able to find any results from your program. And you just agreed that because he didn't follow through.
Yes.
So does this talk about your program or his or her implementation?
No, it is definitely his implementation. I don't deny that.
Okay.
But because he's not no, I somehow felt that it is he's not trusting me or something like that. Yeah, I know this all these things happen.
Okay.
But because of that I have this.
You're on mute. Manohar, you're on mute. Yeah. So we got it. We got it
Yeah.
because of one person, right? Now, my question to you is, how many people, just remember the count. I just want a count, okay? How many people have actually got benefited from your programs?
Yeah. So
Give me a number.
more
2?
10, more than 10.
10 versus 1.
Yeah, but they haven't paid me. That is
Okay, hold on. So 10 versus 1. Okay. There are two ways, if I were in your place, there are two ways in which I would handle this. One is by remembering that I create whatever I think about, or, energy, that results, energy, wherever my mind goes, energy flows there.
Yes.
Wherever my mind goes, energy flows there. And because I am concentrating so much on this one person for whom it did not work, I am diminishing the effects of 10 people. So by nature, it has got nothing to do with your program. It has got nothing to do with the results. It has got something certainly to do with where you are focusing your energies on.
Okay.
In this context, you're focusing on what's not working. Okay. In some other context, and now we don't have time because it's not a coaching call, but I'm very sure, because you remember how you do anything is
How you do
You
everything.
do everything.
okay. So in this area, if you're focusing on what's not working, probably in other areas also you're focusing on what's not working.
Yeah.
And because what happens, by the way, write your answers in chat box. What happens when we focus on what is not working? How do we become? What are certain emotions that come to our mind if we continuously, and the word is continuously, if I continuously focus on what is not working, what happens? What kind of person do I become? Type one word into the chat box. Yeah, what kind of person we become, Karuna? Survival mode, no growth, exactly. Because we are constantly seeking approval. What kind of person I'm becoming? I will become a non-confident person. I will become a depressed person if I continuously focus on what is not working. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is all about energy shift. And no matter how much ever techniques you try, to bring in that conviction in your voice, bring in that conviction in your body language, if it is not reaching here or here, it is not going to come in your voice. It is not going to come in your body language.
Okay.
So at a core level, and connect with me a little later, this week or weekend. I will be giving you some more therapeutic approaches, which I am learning as well. So reach out to me in our next call. By the way, Manohar, is one more call pending for you?
Yeah. Yes.
And that is why I'm not officially declaring you as my graduate. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
just close, cross that finishing line.
Yeah. Yeah. I will.
Cross that finishing line. Okay. All right. And coming back to another thing is, so that is one approach. It is working on where my energy is flowing, noticing, being aware of where I am gravitating towards. Is it towards the negative side or is it generally towards the positive side? So first, just being aware, and you're a very aware person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
witnessing where your mind is going, and very lovingly take your mind and concentrate on where it is working. So
Yes.
easiest way of doing that, especially for you, Manohar, is keeping a journal every single evening, especially, and writing down for your specific reason. I would say write down at least 5 things that went well today. And you are going to hate me for this, because at this point of time, you're naturally gravitating towards what's not working. So coming up with these 5 things is going to be a challenge, right?
Yes.
And anything that challenges you helps you grow.
Mm.
Okay. So that is one approach. My second approach will be, if one specific person who has paid me and who has followed, so you said he has not followed everything through, right? So it is not your problem. Please do this. It is somebody else's problem. Everybody do that with me. If somebody invests in me and do not follow what we have agreed to, code of honor, then that thing becomes that person's problem. Repeat after me. Somebody else's problem.
Somebody else's problem.
Okay. This is not to deny the accountability. You are completely accountable for your programs. But do you have an accountability package with him? If you have an accountability package with him, and despite of that, if that person has not done There's only so much that you can do. But if you have an accountability package and you have not followed through, if you have not identified the trend, then it is on you. And last thing that I will do is, if the person has followed everything and still the person has not achieved the results, followed everything day in, day out, exact strategies that I have said, then I will reach out to the person and I will say, hey, let us figure out how to make this happen. Sure, I can refund your money, but that's still not going to solve your problem. I am really here to help you. So are you willing to invest another 3 months? You don't have to pay me anything. It is on me. I really want to help you because you have done everything and yet you have not found results. How can I serve you? Are you open to make this work? And despite that, if that person says no, or despite that, if that doesn't work, refund the amount. Even if that refund cycle is over, refund that amount. We are heart-centered entrepreneurs. Type into the chat box heart leaders. Heart leaders always do the right thing. Okay, we are never afraid of serving somebody, and we are not one of those typical cutthroat, money-minded leaders. We are here to genuinely help people. Okay, so Manohar, once you do that, once you do this and practice it at least for 30 days, 30-day journal, 5 things that worked well.
Okay.
Do you agree to do a 30-day challenge on that?
Yeah. Okay.
Even if you hate me for doing this, do it.
Sure.
That way, you will naturally start gravitating towards what's working. And thank you very much for writing in Heart Leaders. So you'll naturally gravitate towards what's working. And then one more thing for you is, Manohar, I know I'm way over time. Is it okay if I give one more suggestion, please? Thank you. And this is for everyone, even those of you who are watching this as a recording. Continuously be in a conversation with your success stories. Genuinely be proud of their success. Even if they don't ask you to, celebrate, even if they don't ask you to repost whatever they are doing long after you have completed the program with them. Genuinely be invested. Stay in touch with them. Ask them, are you still following through? And Manohar, once you realize the impact that you have made on somebody, by being in continuous communication, what will happen to your conviction level?
Yeah, it will rise.
It will automatically raise, right? So these are few 3 to 4 strategies from me.
Yeah. Thank you, Rupa.
You're most welcome. Karuna, I'm sorry, I hogged all the time for my lunch. I apologize for that. Is there something that you would like to add?
Yeah, I wanted to tell Manohar that I have also experienced the same thing. When I got to know the conviction actually came from, more practice and the results which I wanted to, give my target audience. If they get that results, that means if I get more success stories, will help us to shift our mindset towards, that yes, we are helping others. So I don't know how you are. Where is your target audience? You said that they are software engineers. How are you targeting them? Is it only online, or is it also offline? And if it is offline, try practicing more with just taking a few people as case studies.
Exactly.
And actually it will help you to practice more on what you are offering others, and try to see how you can improve on every step. And when you are able to give these results to these case studies also, yeah, that can also become a social proof actually. So I think that results which you will be generating, the impact you will be creating, will give you more conviction towards yourself.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I got this idea, Karuna. I will definitely do this.
I like it. So can we please give a big round of applause to Manohar for being vulnerable enough to ask this question? Thank you. And by the way, people, please remember that at any given point of time, you can absolutely get in touch with me and ask me any questions. And more importantly, there is this, how many of you know, I know all of you on the call are on the VIP level, but how many of you know that there is an all access level for a mere $195 per month? Okay, and Karuna is on that level. Karuna, thank you very much for being there. Because here's the thing, I'm just going to share a link in the chat box. So this is the link which I give to anybody who wants my mentoring call, but they do not want a long-term engagement. They just want me to, go through their whatever. They basically want to mastermind with me. If you look at this link, people pay me $195. They actually pay me $999 because the first time they book a call, as of now, they pay $195. And if they again want a second call, they pay $999. So that means people pay me $1,000 just to interact with me and to mastermind with me. So either you can do that if you're not a part of my programs anymore, then there is no way I can get on a call to say hello and hi to you, but I'm not going to get on a business mentoring call with you. For that, you need to pay. And of course, I want all of you also to respect the products and services that you have created. Do not give it away for free unless you're gifting somebody. That's a different thing. Okay. You make a choice to whom you are gifting, but do not make gifting as your default. So what I was sharing here is those of you who are on the Heart Leaders Club, or at a VIP level, you get the hot seat call and the mastermind call. So you can get on a call like this every single month just by being at a VIP level. But if you want me to deep dive into your situations, go through your mailings list, you can literally, that's an open call. You can book a call with me saying that, Rupa, this is the area that I want to talk about. Okay, so get into the all access level. And if you're not yet ready for the all access level, you can pay the same amount for just one call without the benefits. Okay, so take a decision, but do not try to figure these things all by yourselves, and do not wait for a monthly mastermind call for it. Cool? Make sense? Perfect. Let us put our hands together once again for Manohar. Thank you, Manohar. Please invite Karuna.
I'll invite Binduji.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm growing old. Binduji, that's you.
One question to you, Rupa. This mail which you have given the connection now for people to ask you, anyone can ask anyone. I mean, if they are not members, because if I have to speak to my connects that if you are stuck somewhere, you need any guidance, you pay this and you connect this, I can suggest that.
Yes, it is absolutely an open one. And I think it is not mentioned, or it has mentioned, I don't know, but you can say for one-time consultation, this is the thing, but otherwise she charges $1,000 per. So the same person. So this link can be used only once.
Once, fine.
Once per person.
So yeah. So here the other day when we were speaking, Rupa, you had said that to make videos. So I was seriously thinking about that. Now, my thing is Ayurveda or something is a vast thing. I do not want every time to put in my products there first. First, we need to grasp the attention of the audience. Then we will put in between, say after 10 videos, one video of the product.
Perfect.
Okay. So I was thinking on what topics should I speak, because I can speak in so many things. Okay. एक ही चीज आती है मुझे बोलना. Okay. And so because about herbs, n number of people are there speaking about varieties of herbs and things. So I am just thinking, and I am good at consulting. I am good at giving them ideas to uplift them.
Okay, perfect.
No, if they are.
So one question, just to keep the time in mind, 7.5 minutes are left. So my question to you is, please let me know if I've got summarized it rightly. you want to leverage your personal brand because we all have seen that you're good on videos. So your question is, what content do I create? And there are so many other people who are already doing it. Why should they listen to me? So your question is a beautiful combination of what Karuna asked and Manohar asked. Do you realize that?
So we are all sailing in the same boat. Okay.
We're all saying it the same. And that is why this Heart Leaders Club, that is why birds of same feather flock together. Okay, so Binduji, very quick thing.
Mm.
And of course, once you get on to that mentorship package that we have talked about, I will deep dive into it a little more. But to answer your question, and those of you who don't know Binduji, she is an incredible businesswoman who runs Bindu's Herbal, which is into herbal cosmetics and skincare and hair care products for the last 25 years. So she has more experience in business than any one of us. Okay. So she is an incredible lady and she is really good on videos. So Binduji, first of all, can we all, Manohar and Karuna, can you just type into the chat box, congrats, Binduji, because Binduji, you learned something very beautifully. And you have already said something like, after 10 videos, probably I can then talk about my product. You have
Yeah.
nailed it beautifully because not many people, I speak with so many business owners. And when I ask them to make videos, it is generally they are talking about their own products. So if you are getting started and if you understand that it is 5:1, I would say 5:1. Remember, people value post to lead generation post. I always say it is 5:1. So that means 4:1, 5:1. That is the ratio that you can go for. So Binduji, 5:1. Everybody type that into the chat box. 5:1. So that means 5 value content and 1 is your offer. So Karuna and Manohar, you understand what Binduji does. May I invite you to share at least one idea of video or 1 to 2 ideas of video for these 5 value posts?
Karuna has improved a lot in her videos. I hear
Hold
her
on,
also.
hold on, Binduji. They are going to help you.
Yeah. I think the same suggestion, Binduji, which is like, yeah, the like I said, in case of herbs or see, basically the pain point from what I understood from whatever you talk, right, your product. See, basically no one wants to be bald, right? So someone like who is 40 30ish kind of, because I have seen in the software industry there are many people who are like into their 20s itself and they are getting bald, and because of that definitely they don't feel socializing. They, I mean, definitely the confidence will be low, right? So you can talk about the pain. So like what if you go to the start when uh, Rupa shared one's image, right? So you can go in that pains wala thing, like how to take care of your hair. And basically you can directly start, why does hair fall happen? Okay, so why does hair fall happen? So you can talk elaboratively about that, and then in the video which you promote your product, right? And how does this help? You can go. So this is one thing which I can think of.
Okay, thank you for that. So, okay, one, I got you. But then again, I will have to break that. I cannot make it as a one video because
Yeah,
for them understand the whole process. If I just say, if you eat properly, hair grow, eat this vitamin A, this is it. That will become very bland. So something more entertaining or something more I have to speak, or maybe 2-3 videos on hair topic, and then something
so
like
you can
drastic.
say like, you can say one thing, Binduji. First, in the first video, you can say one reason why you are not one reason you are not aware. Uh, One common reason. Okay, then one simple hack which you can do to stop hair fall. Then again the next reason you can talk about the next day. Then again same hack. I mean another hack, and then in the fifth video you can say like why using your product will help.
Correct. Got it. Got it. Okay. So give them few ideas, let them do whatever they want to do, and then make it weekly once so that they have some time to digest that and try to use it. And then make it next, maybe after 1 week or 10 days, another one that is one more variety, because each skin, it doesn't, everything does not go with everyone. So one thing may suit one person, another thing may suit another person. So
Yeah.
like that, then after 3-4 videos, then you can also try this. I can leverage my products
Yes.
that way.
Yes.
Okay,
Bindu.
so that means I will have to work when I make videos on the different pain points regarding hair and skin. That should be my topic of going for videos. That is what I wanted. Where should I go? What is the path? So thank you, Manohar. I have mentioned that because that one word socializing is very good. The people, they feel awkward. They even put the dye on their scalp so that it looks darker and they are going to places. Yeah, I got you.
So,
Thank you
yeah,
very
so
much.
I know a person, Binduji, from my software friend itself. So he has actually spent more than 50,000 for hair regrowth.
And they do transplanting and all those things, laser, all that I understand. उसको बोलो मुझसे मिलने के लिए ना.
Okay.
Binduji, Manohar, sorry, I'm interrupting because Manohar gave a beautiful gift right now. And I want everybody's attention to be there. Binduji is into herbal and skincare and hair care products, right? Herbal. And while she can cater to the entire range of audience, what Manohar picked and what Binduji agreed, and although it happened at a very casual level, as a third person and as a mentor, what I've figured out, and that therefore I'm interrupting this process to highlight this, and that is, while you're building your ideal buyer persona, while you can serve the entire world, will it hurt you if you focus on your high paid or serious buyers who have more likelihood of buying from you? It will not hurt. What will it do to you if you focus mainly, if you recreate your ideal buyer cheat sheet with a persona who is known to spend more on that particular problem? Skin pigmentations, hair regrowth, and even in that, how can I work more closely with people who are always on camera? People who are on, so identifying who are these people? Maybe new, young, new moms, if you have something which can take care of their stretch marks. These are areas which makes people conscious and people spend a lot of money on this. They are known. These are industries, these are markets which are known to be spenders. So Manohar, that was a beautiful, subtle gift. And I had to interrupt because I wanted to elaborate this. So those of you watching this as a recording and even people on call, ask yourself, out of all the business services and products that I have, and look at your current ideal. Everybody type into the chat box your current ideal buyer persona's name. And the pain that you are referring to, is that known to be the highest spending pain? If not, revisit it. If not you, who will revisit? So in other words, you can either go to a market with an average spending group and really struggle. And Manohar, this is applicable to you. Karuna, it is applicable to you as well. And it is applicable to me. I can continue going to that market, which are not great spenders. In fact, they might be broke and I'm trying to sell my product there. Or I can revisit my ideal buyer cheat sheet to pick a market segment which is known to be very good spenders. Okay, now I'm not talking about enter a competitive red ocean. I'm saying identify that market and go to create a persona which is very specific. Like, for example, a couple of days ago, I was speaking with somebody who is into website development. Now, stay with me, okay? The person is into website development, running a business which is less than 3-year-old. And he's saying, Rupa, in my country, people do not spend $1,000 on websites. I said, nobody spends $1,000? He said, yeah, nobody. I said, nobody? And you know where this conversation is going. He said, yeah, some people spend. Great. And then we identified which are the markets which are red oceans. Everybody is aware of blue ocean strategy. Red ocean, blue ocean. If not, look it up. You'll find it on Google. Okay. So then we identified the red ocean is everybody is running behind business owners. Everybody is running behind small companies. And then we identified a blue ocean for him. I asked him, in your country, do you have fertility centers? And he said, what do you mean by fertility center? I said, well, parents who really want a child and they are not able to get it. So they go to a fertility center, right? Do you have those? And he said, yeah, big time. I said, great. Do you have cosmetic surgery centers? I don't know the technical terms of it. I'm talking from the business perspective. He said, yeah, people spend so much on it. I said, great. Can you make a list of the 10 such centers who have recently launched and they are still struggling to get their first few leads? Do we all agree that these two markets are very big spenders? Then I asked him one more question. In your country, do you have dentists? Exactly. He smiled just the way you're smiling. Do we spend on dentists? Oh boy. And our insurance doesn't even cover it. And how many website developers focus on covering all the dentists in that country? And he was silent, sitting like this. I said, tell me, what is on your mind? And he said, Rupa, 3 years, I have never even thought about it. So this is a little discussion, and I'm sorry if this was too much of a detour, but I hope you understand the intention is for you to leave behind your broke market. Stop selling, stop trying to sell your product to somebody who does not have money or have issues spending. Identify a blue ocean, which is also similar to spenders. Use AI for doing your research and see where the competition already is. In that, another tip is go to Google. If you're searching for dentist, go to Google. The person who is already on the first page, will that person be interested in your service? Probably not. How about the person on the second page? Third page. Fourth page. Do you know where I'm going with this? Okay. So Binduji, long story short, first focus on whom you are serving. Recreate the ideal buyer persona. And there are 3 things that you can, talk about, and Karuna, it is applicable to you also. Behind the scenes videos, we all love. Behind the scenes, please write it down. Behind the scenes. Okay. And here's the thing, if you do not love helping people, if you do not love sharing your knowledge, it will show in your videos. It will show in your calls. If you genuinely do not love knowledge sharing, it will be seen, it will be felt. So first tell yourself there is enough in this universe and I really do not mind sharing. Okay, so genuinely do knowledge sharing. And third is success stories. I have already talked about it. Who would like a 4-step formula to create best of the posts, best of the videos? Who would like 4-step formula? Here you go.
Hook, problem, solution, CTA. Okay.
Have you seen this before?
Yeah.
Okay, in a very different format. I had called hook, gain without pain CTA. Hook, gain without pain engaging question. And Manohar, this is specifically applicable to you as it is applicable to Binduji. If you want to become comfortable with something, you just need to do it multiple times. Manohar, you absolutely need to start getting on more and more sales calls. Binduji, same applies with you. Get on more and more calls, get on more and more videos. Who has a question here that Rupa, I don't have enough prospects to get on sales call? Manohar, both of your hands should go up right now. I'm going to slay that excuse for once and for all. Are you ready? Hereafter, if you come to me saying, Rupa, I cannot get on my income generating activities because I do not have a sales pipeline. After this next few seconds, you will never ever come to me with that excuse. Are you ready?
Every time I need not have somebody with me. I can individually do, because again now I have to, otherwise I go and speak to people and I record only with their permission, right?
Okay, hold on. So after this, what I'm sharing with you, this question will not be there in your mind anymore. If it is still there, come back to me. Okay.
Okay.
So the biggest gift, probably the best gift of today's call is going to be this. How many of you want to become good at sales? How many of you feel that you need to practice selling? How many of you want to increase your confidence, conviction, and presence? Great. All you need to do is for the next 30 days. Whenever you start for 30 days. For next 30 days, if you have your own group, good for you. Like Karuna and Manohar, good for you. You have your own group. If you have your own group, do it this inside your group. Binduji and others who are watching this, if you do not have your own group, do what I'm sharing with you on your main profile page. Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn, I don't care. Okay. Do this for 30 days. And that is, do these videos with this format. Okay. Do these videos with this format. And do this video with this format. And right after CTA, do your sales pitch. Don't worry if this is not value content, Rupa, this is promotion. Don't bother. So be it. For 30 days, do your video and end it with a short sales pitch. Do the video, end it with sales pitch. In the description, give your offer link, whatever that is. Never ever come back to me saying that, Rupa, I don't have prospects to get on a sales call. And consider this in your IGA. income generating activities. Those of you who are on my Business Income Accelerator Plus program, you have a daily tracker. Track this inside your IGA. Make this as a fresh new start. Is this the best gift that I've given to you?
Yes, Rupa.
Thank you.
Yes, but we will work for it. Chala.
Thank you.
Sure.
Do you commit?
Yes, I will commit.
And what happens when you do it for 30 days? Let's say you do it not so great, you do it only for 20 days. What does that mean? Write that into the chat box or unmute yourself and tell me. If you do this thing for 30 days, if you practice your sales pitch on videos for 30 days, unmute yourself and tell me what are the outcomes of it.
We will become more confident.
Thank you. What else? Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Confidence,
Content creation.
content creation,
And the result.
results.
And the
Keep it
result.
coming.
Sales. Yeah.
Keep it coming.
Engagement.
Keep it coming.
Engagement.
Engagement. Yes.
And
Followers.
Leads.
Followers,
Leads.
leads.
Conversations.
people would want to come and to speak because they will be also feel that they are featured.
Exactly.
We will be leveraged high because they say, oh, she's having here, she's having so many people known to us. So they will feel happy to speak for us, with us.
You can do this as an interview.
Huh.
Manohar, those 10 people whom you have served for free, get them on an interview.
Yeah.
Karuna, how many members do you have in your Facebook group?
101.
Even if 20 agrees, even if 10 agrees to get on a video with you, is your 10 days video content set?
Yeah.
Unmute yourself and tell me, how has this mastermind gone for you? What is your one big takeaway from this?
Superb.
And what is one big takeaway?
I think the challenge, 30 days challenge.
30-day video challenge. And Karuna, you
Yeah.
have done it beautifully. You have already done 30-day video challenge. Now this is a different type of a video challenge.
Yeah.
Because I want 2024 to be supremely wealthy year for each one of you. Okay.
Yes.
And another little tip, while you're doing this video, my suggestion is share the link, the link of your sales in the first comment. And always remind people on the video that check out the first comment. I will be giving you the link. Don't worry. Check out the first comment because Facebook and LinkedIn and all the social media do not like posts with links right in its description, but do it in the first comment.
Come on.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Lovely. Can I get some love for sharing all this?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Rupa.
Thank you very much. Okay,
Hug, a
let's.
big hug.
Sorry, what were you saying?
You're on mute.
A big hug.
Thank you. Sorry. Please share this one by one. Sorry, I'm not able to talk, so I need to take Manohar, please take a lead. Please explain
Okay.
what a 24 hours challenge is and then invite Karuna.
Okay. Okay. So I think basically, as part of this mastermind, you would have got some insights, or actually speaking, multiple insights. But when you have so many things, right, obviously the first thing that comes is overwhelm. So in order to simplify the overwhelm, just focus on one thing, just the one thing that you want to take away, and implement that action within the next 24 hours. So as part of that, we commit to that action that we will take in the next 24 hours. So one action that I commit to take in the next 24 hours is the journaling for 30-day challenge. So I commit that I will do that journaling for the next 30 days, and I will keep putting my progress every day in the WhatsApp group that I have completed the day 1 of 30 kind of that message. Yeah. So I'll tag Karuna to explain her 24 hours challenge.
One of my 24 hours challenge is that I'll write down my email number 4 and the topics, and write the content for email number 4 and then follow it up. So email number 4, I'll complete it and within 24 hours. Yeah. Thank you.
Perfect. Karun, before you invite Binduji, I would also say one of the answers to your question is having a weekly email schedule. Now, personally, I have no rights to tell you because I have really lagged behind on a weekly email schedule. But weekly, if you can send at least one value email, that will be great as well. So whatever emails you're creating, by every single week, send out one email. So that will again result in a beautiful engagement and
Yes,
nurture.
yes.
Thank you, Karuna.
Thank
Let's
I tag Binduji.
Yeah, thank you, Karuna. So I will be making out a plan on what all topics I will be speaking, and I will try to call up my clients who are already there and who have been using to speak to me and take an interview, fix up an appointment with them so that we can just have a chit chat over the tea, how they have felt and used my products. So this I will work out and see. This is my 24 hours challenge. I'll to speak as many as I can. Connect them.
Lovely. And by the way,
Thank
can we
you.
please give a big round of applause to Manohar for explaining the 24 hours challenge so beautifully. You guys are amazing. So next year, I would want one of you to take leads on, all these small sections because you've become veterans on Mastermind. So I will be taking a lot of help from you from next year onwards. So those of you who are still wondering, should I continue with Heart Leaders Club and how do I get it? This year, because we are in December, this is a great time to lock your next 12 months with Heart Leaders Club. Whether you come on the all access level or whether you come in the VIP level, lock it out for the next 12 months. You know why that commitment of 12 months is needed? Because in between, if you, I'm perfectly okay with you doing a monthly call, a monthly subscription. But if you commit to an entire annual package, what will happen is in between, you will not be tempted to pause. You will not be tempted to disappear. You will not be tempted to procrastinate. So this is my big suggestion. And of course, if you are already at a VIP level, look at how do you get into the all access level. Reach out to me, especially for BIA plus graduate or people who have been with me. I have a beautiful offer which is for the all access level. So reach out to me. And yes, thank you very much for being a part of this lovely and very unique, once again, a very unique mastermind. May I invite each one of you to share one thought. How are you feeling? And any message that you have for others. So may I, and very short, make it short. May I first invite Binduji? Very in short, how are you feeling? And what is your one message for others?
I'm very elated with the inputs given, and I would request everyone to participate here and to speak up and to get the solutions for their problems. Thank you.
And whom do you invite?
Yeah, I invite Karuna.
Yeah, I'm feeling grateful actually, Rupa. I think getting on these calls, literally helps us to come out of the that negative mindset, and it actually helps me to plan further. So I'm very grateful for that, and I would suggest all of you to whoever is watching to get into this community and do the self work. It will give you results. Thank you. I tag Manohar.
Okay. Yeah. So, as always, I feel overwhelmed with so many suggestions that are given. Yeah. So, the only suggestion is yeah, I'm a believer of this quote which Einstein said, which says that you cannot solve the problem with the same mind that created it. So definitely, if you have listened to the call, Rupa shared a great example of the website development. So because it's the same mind that created it, so I mean, they cannot think in different. So just having these calls, you will get so much of the value. And if you implement the 24 hours challenge, that is definitely the way to get into exponential growth. So hope you will join the call and make the best use out of it.
Thank you very much, Manohar. Thank you, Karuna, and thank you, Binduji. I really feel honored that, subject matter experts like yourself, each one of you is accomplished in your own field, and yet you take time to get on these calls, not only to, get help from others, but more importantly, to open your mind and help others. And it's I would say it's a blessing to see each one of you grow month on month. And as I've said, in 2024, I I will not accept anything less than an exponential, actual financial and impact growth month on month. Every month, I want to hear those success stories saying that, hey, Rupa, today I got 2 new clients. This month I got total of 5 clients. And the next month, I want you to come to me and say, I have doubled it, Rupa. Or it could be a conviction. It could be, something like Manohar shared. So progress of any kind that you can think about, but in an exponential fashion. That is the reason why you are here. And I will accept nothing less than that. And once again, thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to serve you. And those of you watching this as a recording, I will probably, by the way, all of you, it's just, and I always believe that, these moments of ahas are generally a gift from the Almighty. So I just got a feeling that this is our last mastermind for this year. And generally, I do not give away the recordings for free to anyone. But can we make this as a beautiful New Year's present or a Christmas present or holidays present, 2024 present, and give it away to everyone? Because today we talked about imposter and, content and everything. So will you be okay if I give this as a gift to everyone? Yeah? Oh my God, that is why you are heart-centered leaders. So people, so many of you are going to watch this. And even before you could thank me, you please make sure that you're sending a lot of love and heartfelt wishes to these VIP and All Access Club members and my personal business mentees, Karuna, Manohar, and Binduji, for allowing me to make this as a public video. So please send them a lot of love. Everyone, send a lot of love to yourself and to each other, and wish you an incredibly successful 2024. Thank you, Karuna. Thank you, Manohar. Thank you, Binduji.
Thank you.
See you in the next year. Woo-hoo!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, all of you. Happy New Year.
Hey, it's my birthday on 31st December. So
Wow.
I end the year, okay?
Happy birthday in
birthday,
advance.
Only then you can see the next year. I have to end it.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow.
So see
Bye.
you all in the Heart Leaders Club. Manohar, Karuna, Binduji, thank you very much. Bye. See ya.
Bye.